The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Thursday morning. Hope you all are doing well. Time to see what we can see with the markets that are heading up right now. Let me just get my phone here in. There we go. So let's take a look at the markets. As you can see, we just had a nice burst up here on NASDAQ. 24 up to 70, so almost 50 points, kind of consolidating. I am well, Chris. Thank you. How are you? Look at NQ overnight. It just did hit a new daily high with that spike up. I'm sorry, this is ES. I apologize. About 35 points in range. NQ did also hit the daily high, so it's good. And about 125 points of range. Glad to hear that, Chris. Kappa. About 120 ticks of range. Sending a signal right now. Let's look at that real quick. Copper still has low volume lately. I'm not sure why. Gold. Gold has about 13 points of range. UltraBond continues to head back down. About 3 points of range. And crude oil hit 116, almost 117 last night. Then went down to a low of about 113. And now sitting in about 114.5, so about 2 points of range, as far as 4 points of range. Good morning, John. How are you doing? Oops. And last but not least, natural gas with about 170 ticks of range. And that's where we stand here as we go into the morning. As NQ continues to head up. Give me 1 second here while I some stuff around. Okay, there we go. Now I'm where I want to be. Okay. Crude's coming down. And Q still trying to head up, but it's at the top of those bands, so might struggle here. So I think Nasdaq trying to head up, continue to head up. Previous high, which is the high of the day, 14,571. We're about 10 points off of that. Copper sending a long signal there. UltraBond's been grinding up now for past half hour. It's gone up about 13 or 14 ticks. I've not yet gotten my good morning, Walt. How are you doing? You're here early this morning. I have not yet gotten my credentials from Helios. Thought they might be in this morning, but they're not. Glad to hear that, Walt. And Q each time it's breaking that. You see in the RSI's Bollinger, it's just riding that band right up. It's been a nice little grind. Small candles, but positive momentum. Yeah, there's two of them, Helios and Appius, or Apius, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but Helios is the one I'm dealing with. I think Helios handles all the trader career path stuff. Oh, whoa, look at NQ. Holy crap. What just happened? 57 points down on NQ. Gold just shot up 5 points. ES, huge down, 12 points. Crude oil, up 100 ticks. What the heck just happened? I should have just quickly hit a reverse play on that. It's reversed by, I mean, it went down, went down 57 points. It's reversed by 37. Holy crap. Out of nowhere. Something had to have happened. To the Twitter. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, I don't know what caused that. Okay, do you see anything, Walt? That was out of nowhere. According to a senior administration official, the U.S. has spoken with allies about assisting Ukraine, and so I don't see why that would. Oh, maybe it's about increasing NATO troops. I don't know. That's wow. I'll have to sign up for that. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for nothing. Well, no, I'm kidding. It seems like it's something to do with NATO and Ukraine, but I didn't think that would. Well, thank you for that thing about financial juice. I wasn't aware of them. I like that. I'm gonna sign up for that. Been nice to like have gotten that move, but I mean that was just out of nowhere. Even copper responded. The UltraBond. A lot of people just probably got stopped out there on a lot of things. Let's look at the higher time frames. Oh, the higher time frames that really didn't even register. But I'm curious because I'm always curious. So where are we at? Oh, it burst through VWAP and came back up. I have to be mindful of that. But Bollinger Band. Ah, I went through this. I hit the 7th standard deviation Bollinger Band on the 1 minute chart. So wowzers. I was an idiot for not playing the reversal play there. I admit I get these deer in the headlights thing when something big happens, and I just kind of sit there and watch it instead of. Crude shot up a full 101 ticks, pulling back again now. Crude pulling back again. ES and then Q pulling back up to the SMA line, trying to gain back everything it lost in that candle. And I mean, that candle started at 59.50. It's back up to 44.50. Copper sent a long signal there. The only thing that really hasn't reversed is gold. Gold's continuing up. Back up to 1953, which was a very good year. Agriculture didn't care about that little burst. So we continue to wait for an opportunity. Uh, Gold's actually now back above where it wicked up during that little incident. And we're sideways now, which usually happens in most things. Gold's kind of blowing the mold here. Most things after a big move down, you'll see some consolidation, or big burst down like that, or up like that. You'll see consolidation afterwards. And we're kind of seeing that here. Good morning, RBBTLC. Oh boy, I'm gonna call you RB. How are you today? Um, some people love Hikinashi. I think they can be an advantage just to some people. I don't care that much for them, just because I like to know where the real price action's at instead of the average. But some people swear by them. I think it just goes with your style of trading. Good morning, Linux. How are you doing? Yeah, I've messed with Hikinashi in the past. They're okay, but I don't like the whole average thing. You're welcome. But I will say some very successful traders do swear by them. Which they shouldn't be swearing, but good morning, Zor. How are you today? So kind of grinding downish now on NQ. Anybody trading anything yet this morning? Anyone get caught in that burst? Top of the hours in 7 minutes. Hopefully we'll get some movement here. Although we have movement now, I guess. It is coming. Everything's coming back down. Low of this big burst candle was 502. Back down to 518. Just trying to get back all this move up, which is also kind of impulsive. Overnight we saw move up at the start of the Europe session, consolidation down and up, left, right, all that good stuff. So we wait for our opportunities. Gold all the way up to 1957. Let's look at gold on the dailies. Actually hit a high of 2078.8 back on the 8th. Came down harshly since that point. Now trying to get back above the SMA line on the daily. We're at the highest level we've been since the 15th. curling back up towards SMA line. Oops, I left gold on the daily. There we go. Crude kind of got below the SMA line and bounced back up. RB with earn a trade. I can't trade micro Bitcoin or any of the BTC bar crypto products. So no, I haven't really messed with it. I keep regular Bitcoin on watch just to see what it's doing. This long signal on copper. Having a good signal. Signals on Crude and UltraBond. UltraBond coming down. Crude's gonna send a long signal. Crude's bit me so much lately that I'm probably gonna sit that out. If I ever get an account with Apex, I'll probably try playing around with Bitcoin. They allow trading of it, or micro Bitcoin. But honestly, if you look at Bitcoin and if you look at the NQ, you see that they run together very often. NQ 5-minute chart. Let's see what Bitcoin's 5-minute chart. Not as much today. Bitcoin's been rather wild today. Uh, Apex is another prop firm like Earn a Trade that I do. So we curled up above the SMA line on NQ. Before that burst, it was heading up, burst down. Although right beforehand, we also got a red candle, so it might be trying to continue its move up, or it may just not have a direction yet. 1 second while I grab an allergy pill. Okay. A little stuffy this morning. So you see it curling up. 5-point candles, 2, 3. Does it want to continue up? That's the question. ES making the same move. Russell's lagging a little bit behind. Crude with a 23-tick candle up there. So we're just sitting here watching, waiting. See what we can see and see what the market will give us. Because that's how we roll. Uh, okay. Gold's continuing to grind up, up to the moon. I don't know, I guess you can't really grind up to the moon because you can't really grind the atmosphere. These are the weird things I end up thinking about. Looking for a trade, looking for a trade. Well, these times where you can't force it, you gotta be patient. Don't enter a trade out of boredom. Don't enter a trade because you want to entertain the people that have tuned into your live stream and are watching your every move. NQ sending a long signal here though. Seeing a high back here of 14,546. We're at 540 now. Quickly check VWAP. VWAP. We're above VWAP. VWAP. Grabbing an NQ chart. We are kind of sideways. So we'll continue to watch that. Signal went away. Signal's right at about 540. I'm sorry. Yeah, 540. I'm sorry, yeah. Candles are small comparatively. We've been seeing this in the early mornings lately. And Q just kind of grinding small candles. That big burst down, obviously different. So consolidating above the SMA line for now. We'll see if it breaks back below. It might be a idea wants to continue heading short. Gold did break below its SMA line. A pullback of about 3 points so far. Sniffling again this morning. Very slow. Kind of reminds me of last night's Asia session. Oh, yep, there it was, went below the SMA line. Heading back downward. So watching it, but nothing, not giving us any type of signal that I want here yet. Do I want to get back in if it gets below 17 or get in? That's a question. Low of that move burst down was 02. I don't know. Seem to be in this range here now. To 46 and 17. Pull back on copper. Yep. Did break 17, but popped back up. Yep, there we go. Pop back up. Let's see. I just took a short here on NQ and see if it gives us anything. Bouncy, of course, because it's NQ. Yep, back up. Curling back up to the SMA. Probably gonna stop me out. Should have took that quick 65 bucks that it gave me. Good morning, Matt. Yep, it's gonna come up. Gold with the short signal here. It's just kind of hanging there, torturing me before it kills me. Like a cat playing with a mouse. How you doing today, Matt? Oh, here's some red. I should have jumped on that gold as well. That would have been a good trade. Oh, but look at NQ. Wow. Big move down here. 7-point candle. Let's see if it sustains that momentum. New candle in 5 seconds. Well, same thing here, Matt. Trying to see if it wants to continue down, or if I should grab my $35. Tell them you're busy. We're watching this here in this NQ trade. Part of me keeps yelling to take a little bit of profit. Part of me keeps saying it wants to continue down. Part of me saying, why are you talking to yourself? Looking back, we did consolidate around this point back here. I was hitting lows of 11, 14, 17 before that move up. So perhaps I should have quickly took my profit. Things are kind of sideways. The SMA line is just very slightly downtrending. The bands are expanding just slightly. Yep, I should have took my profit. It's heading back up. UltraBond. Long and short there. There we go. Back down. Every time it goes down, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to continue down. Every time it goes up, I'm like, I should have taken my profit. Yeah, I hate those drawdowns like that. Ah, it's going to hang in here. Hopefully it's going to give me what I want. What I really want. Real estate. No. low of this move so far has been the 1075, 51075. Nope, not yet, Matt. This is trades done. I'll check again. So since it's sending that signal, gold's going down 4 points. That's the one I should have taken. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's Thursday. I forgot. So this time it goes in the profit, I'm going to take something. Because I might as well not stay through that. But it looks like it's going to come up to nail me. So I had my opportunity to take some profit, and now it's probably going to take that opportunity from me. Well, maybe another bounce off that SMA. Good morning, Stephen Lee. How are you doing? I'll get back under my entry and I'll take a few bucks. Oh, back under. Hanging right around there. Back up to the SMA line. We're stopped down some. Whoa, look at that move down on gold. 5 point candle on gold going down. I'm in one right now, Steven. It's not going anywhere. I'm down a little bit on it, but here it comes back down. I set a quick profit target there. See if it hits it for like 3 points. Okay, there we go. So I did get something out of that trade. Not a lot, like 3 points. Watch it continue to go down now. We have unemployment report coming up in like 4 minutes, so took it and ran. Small winner. It was ended up being a 2.2 9 tick winner. Not a lot. I should have taken this gold signal instead. That's gone like 8 points. But 1 for 1 on the morning. And we'll grab something else at some point in time. Absolutely. John, you're saying you got a massive goal winner, or? Awesome. Great job, John. And Q popping back up. So got out at the right time. Unemployment in 1 minute. Don't know. And I'm not sure what the report's gonna say. Maybe nothing at all. Uh, no real big pop. There's a move down, 7 points, 8 points, 9 points. Uh, that's a pretty big move down. Maybe I should have stayed in that short. Did just hit that third band though and it's pulling back. I'll check the Twitter and see if it tells me what we got unemployment numbers. Oh wait, financial juice. initial jobless claims actual 187, and forecast was 210, so it beat the forecast. But I guess the U.S. durable goods report also came out, and that was a bad report. Big gamble where, Matt? What are we talking about? Yeah, I guess North Korea did some sort of missile thingy. Good morning, Thomas. Oh, yeah, Matt, I do agree. Absolutely. So we're a little less than an hour from the open. Cash open. And, popping up. Still nothing from Helios. One win so far this morning, but this gauntlet account is cursed. I can't get any positive movement on it lately. Uh, I passed the TCP on Monday, and oh, yeah, you knew that. I'm still waiting on the credentials from Helios. Yeah, uh, CFT really likes Apex. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna be going for some base hits. I mean, just trying to manage the base hits and maybe get a home run out of it. NQ trying to curl back up now. So it came down, hit the band, and curled up since. Long signal fires at about 525. ES already sending a long signal. Trying to be a front runner. A little bit of a pullback though. Oh, we wait. So Q keeps flirting with the signal. Everybody knows NQ's a big flirt. There it is. There she is again. 15 seconds on this candle. Waiting. See a pullback there. Good, we waited. See if we get green on the next candle. Got my NQ chart at the ready. Jumped in there. Should have jumped in on the bid instead of hitting market, but that's okay. Yes, basically. Oops. Twitch spammers are back. Yeah, the 2 and the 3 standard deviation bands. And I use the SMA as line as well, and the super trend. And sometimes I just, go off my own support and support and resistance breaks and things like that as well. Nice move up here. That candle that the long signal fired on got up to 28. It's RSI with its own Bollinger Band. I don't really use the whole overbought, oversold thing on the RSI, but I do watch if it breaks the Bollingers, especially if it is above a 70 or below a 30. It's often a reversal sign. But I use that more on a higher time frame. I was having trouble getting above this 28. See if it can break it. If it breaks it, then we're can head up maybe to 541. Okay, well, I'm seeing 29 on the ask. Back down. Yeah, I'm not big into the whole RSI overbought, oversold, so on and so forth. Just I do like the way the Bollinger Band acts as a possible, especially on a higher time frame. 1 minute not as much, but I do want to spend some time looking at higher time frames as well. Hey Jamie, how you doing? Okay, there's 30. I see 30. We've hit 31. 200 EMA right there. Crude oil. Sending a short there. If it hits 33, my stop moves to break even. There we go. Watching to see if we can get back up to 541. Rejecting back down. Okay. Struggling here around 32. Hit a high of 34. Consolidating here. Watching the bid and the ask kind of tick off. There's 34. And a nice little burst up. Nice burst up, but now back down. Now we hit a high of 36. Making me fight for every little tick. Someone should slap that FMOC member for speaking that close to the bell. Well, we got taken out. Small gain again. And it's probably going to pop back up. So, small winner there again. Let's look. Another math. Math is hard. 11 ticks. So I should have taken it when I was up there. But see if it continues to climb up. That would just be the question. Should I have taken it when it was up there, or should I have not moved the trail, let the trailing stop move? And it looked like I should have not let the trailing stop move. Look at that, bursting up. So it came down, took me out, and now is going cursed. I still say my TCP is cursed. I was in at 23, so it's going 15 points now. Not my TCP, my Gauntlet account. Sorry, not TCP. So 40 minutes or so to the bell. So we've made about $100 this morning so far. Fortunately, we're down more than that coming into the morning. But grinding it away. Grindy, grindy, grindy. Would have just hit my $400 profit target there. Gah. Grr. Grr, grr, grr. So gold settled out kind of sideways. UltraBond made a nice little move up-ish. Copper's kind of sideways. Crude with a big candle there, 28 ticks. but it's been kind of rangy. Crude sent a long signal on that big candle, but I'm not trusting Crude's signals right now at all. Hey, Burl, or John, that I put two together, who you are. How you doing? Yawning. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad you were able to come in. Just waiting on our next move. Waiting on our next move. Waiting for email from Helios. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Sinuses are killing me today. As, and as usual, I thank everyone for joining me this morning. If you hear from YouTube, I will really appreciate you hitting that like button. YouTube algorithm likes it. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love you to join us as a subscriber. Copper sending a short signal. And gold sending a long signal, but it's pretty much into that third band. Nasdaq's kind of sideways. Let's take a closer look at gold. Gold came down beautifully there. Big move down. John, you still here? Did you get out of your trade? Gold from that signal came down 14 points. I was trying to head up, but just hit those bands, but it's hard not to hit those bands. Morning, John. Glad to see you. Pull back here on NQ to its SMA line. And NQ. Gold continues to try and convince me it wants to head up and then goes away. That long signal fires right at, looks like 94.9. Bollinger Bands at, yeah, I'm sorry, 949. Never mind. Right there. But it's right there at that Bollinger as well, so I don't know. These are the things that keep me up at night. We'll wait for confirmation. And reject it down. And Q's Crude. Ooh, wow. Look at Crude. 42 ticks down. Natural gas down as well. Gold. Oh, and everything's jumping down. Burl, right now I'm trading the 75K Gauntlet Mini. I passed the TCP and I'm waiting on my credentials from Helios to start trading that on the funded account. Yes, also sending a signal here. This is my first time. Bounce here on the NASDAQ. It came down into those uptrending bands, so we expected that bounce back up to the SMA line. We'll see if there's a bounce back up or it's going to continue heading up. above this recent high of 544, or we're going to see it curl back down. Good morning, Ace. So crude came down, pulled back a little bit, and then another big candle down. I wish me and crude had a better relationship. I really do. Yeah. ES. Short signal. NASDAQ. Short signal. Big move down. A little bounce. Kind of close to the bell. I don't always like to get into a trade this close to a bell, but I kind of like that setup. Though I don't like it when Ace says long and I'm thinking short. That always gives me reason to pause. And Ace was right as usual. Nice bounce off that Bollinger on the RSI. Kappa. Bro, I'm sorry, just saw your last question. I've had a legal account for a little bit. It was one of their 10-day, you had to get done in 10 days. And I didn't blow it, but I didn't get done in 10 days. That's the only. Oh, and I started off on Top Step, but never passed there. And then moved to into trade. So Ace was right, and he's about to say, "Got my 2 points." I think. Crude still heading down to 113. So off that short signal, it's going about 50 ticks. Thanks, Burl. Now the hard work begins. They gotta actually make money with it and not blow it. Oh no, it doesn't bug anyone. I want to hear about people's successes, Ace. I want everyone to, you know, talk about their successes and about their trials. I like hearing success. I don't think it bugs anybody. I actually look forward to hearing it. So another big move back down here on NQ. Well, big is relative, 2 points. Oh, it's S&P, that's why. There we go. Another big move down here on NQ, 8 points. What gave you the impression that it bugs anyone, Ace? Nah, not at all. I mean, if no one talked about their successes, everyone would think everyone's just failing. I like to hear about people's successes. And besides, you also tell us when you take a bad trade. You've said, I took a bad trade, or I took a trade out of boredom, or whatever. It's not like you only talk about your winners. uh, uh, and back up on NQ. And back down. So up, down. Left, right, A, B start. Hey, Matt, can you tell him to shut up? They should not allow them to speak so close to the open. Burl, I should, but no, not really. I kind of autopsy my stuff after the day and look at it, but I don't really, like write it down or have a journaling software yet. Someone suggested I try journal ticks, and I might do that. Oh, if I could do something to take away my last trade, that'd be so wonderful. Yeah, there we go. That'd be a nice little Easter egg, wouldn't it? So kind of weird looking consolidation on NQ. Gold came up with a big 2 point candle and then faded. Copper's going to the moon. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what we'll build on the moon with copper, but we settled out here on crude. It's sideways. S&P is sideways. S&P was nice enough to give Ace his 2 points before going sideways. And yeah, that was my best trade of the week. Oh, heading down here on Q. Yes. I think you'll need to send me a friend request to send a file, but I'm not sure. Trying to kill your internet connection, Matt? Definitely makes life an adventure. I appreciate anything you think will help, Burl. I appreciate you sending that over. So we're back up, heading back up on NQ now, so it doesn't know what it wants to do. We're about, I keep blocking my clock, about 14 minutes from the bell. Really? It wasn't like just the market always figuring out you entered a trade and deciding that didn't like you, and so thus wasn't gonna let you have any money. Quick reminder, folks. A week from tomorrow, April 1st, we will be doing an overnight stream, the London session, starting at 2 a.m. Eastern, and we will go all night long and into the non-farm payrolls report and the New York Cash Open. About 9.5 hours of Ox as we trade both London, all three London non-farm payrolls and the Cash Open. Hope you'll join me for some or all of that. Someone needs to keep me awake. And I'm not sure Vincent trades the London session, but Vincent hasn't been here all week, so I'm not sure where he's at. And I did do a video on it, little 90-second video entitled "Is the Mighty Ox a Fool?" Spoiler alert, yes I am. Well, I'm glad Ace is here. Depending on how the London session thing goes, we might try and do one of those a month. Maybe each month of the non-farm payroll day. We'll see. If I fall asleep during a trade, then we might not do it. No, I should be fine. Um, which thing, Ace? I'm glad Ace is here. You're definitely an asset to this stream. And Q kind of trying to curl up, but we are 8 minutes until the bell. And I am going to mute for a minute or two and eat some eggs. And Crude trying to curl back up. Actually looks like a good setup. And it was. Still going there. Gold also trying to curl up. Popping up there. Down. So it's about 4.5 minutes to the bell. ES and NQ are sending me long signals. NQ with about a 6-point candle there. NQ back down 9 points. Yep, I agree. Too close to the open. But you'll all be happy to know that my eggs are done. I've consumed them. They're in my belly. I just need to take my supplements, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. All's good. Gold heading up here. Ooh, big move up there in gold. 2.5-point candle. NQ pulling down into the open. Move over to our 1 and 5 minute charts. Interesting is that NQ is kind of close to the bands. Kind of close to the bands on the 5-minute chart. So it's interesting to see what the open does. We've seen this the last few days now. Moves into the open. The final countdown. I mean, it's 1 minute to go. Twenty seconds. So 5 minute candle, there were 16 points leading up to here to the open. There's the bell. So far, it's not knocking our socks off. It's good because I'm not wearing socks right now. Boom, that big move down. 15 points down into the bands. Oh, look at that whip back. Whip my hair. Yep. It keeps trying to head down and whip it back. Whip it good. Still heading down-ish. It's only 15 points. But maybe more there. Nope. Not really getting any momentum. ES down 3 points. Yeah, there we go. 25 points now. It's into the bands on both the 1 and the 5. Drop below 14,500. Ooh, sorry if that burp just came through. I really do not try to be a pig. So still heading down, 37 points. It's 3 points below the Bollinger, the third standard deviation Bollinger on the 5 minute chart. Pulling back there a little bit, just a little bit. Total now is only 23 points. $30 points. Got 2 minutes left on this 5 minute candle, so it seems like down right now is the direction of the day. Just kind of leading toward even before the open. $30 points. It's not really, I mean, it hasn't really gone, it's bobbing between 20 and 30 points down on this 5 minute candle. Gold's continued to head up, back up to what it lost in that move down. Copper's still heading down. UltraBond heading up a bit. Crude sideways. Continuing to bleed out on the indices. Anyone jump into anything yet? Kind of sideways-ish for a bit there. Still seeing red. ES actually more solid red than NQ. 7.5 points down on that first 5-minute candle. Let's look in here now. Crude with a signal. Short. Russell also bleeding down. Dow also heading down. Great job, John. Very good. Up NQ. Another big move down there. Now since the open, about 50 points. It's kind of waiting now, waiting for something solid. I should jump into these at the open sometimes where it looks like it's going one direction. Just I'm still very hesitant. If I jumped in that crude signal though, that would have been a good idea. Me and crude, man, me and crude, me and crude. So we're still bleeding down. No reversal here. A little bit of a pop-up. Not on ES. Not a big pop up though. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, big drop on NQ. This popped back up by about 20 points. Copper continuing to grind down. Back up to the SMA line. Easy for me to say. S&P also kind of grinding back up. Waiting for a clear signal. Wow, big move there on NQ all of a sudden. Big move up. 25 points on that candle. Did send a long signal. I don't trust it though. We had that strong downtrend SMA line. See it kind of reversing here. No indication though that it was going to reverse on the RSI's Bollingers. A lot of times you'll see it hit Bollingers when it comes up above the SMA like that, but nothing there. Looks like it's gonna wants to continue heading up. Oops. Yep, I should have grabbed that. So I was hesitant, really went against my trading plan. But obviously this burst up 25 points, 20 points. Recent high there, 14,544. Check VWAP, see where we're at. VWAP, what? Oh, burst through VWAP too. Interesting. Yep. So it would have been a good signal. That was a missed opportunity. Up to 30. Up 30 points, I mean. Struggling a little bit here now. Back down a little bit. So, play by play is cool, but not getting me anywhere. Agriculture's kind of heading up, except for corn. Corn's blood red. And warning, you should never eat blood red corn. Sweet. I just knocked down a signal. What was that? Gold. Sending a short signal here. Excuse me. Um, NQ tried to come back up and again rejected down. Got up to 551 earlier, 548 there, 539 back there, oh, 544 again. So it's that same general area. Back down, see if it gets back under that SMA line. Excuse me again for 1 second. So NQ is trying to send us another short signal here. But now popping back up. Popping all night. Copper sending along. Get a long little copper. I don't know, sorry. Are we heading down again? Are we heading up again? Does anybody have any clue where we're going? And there's the signal. 30 seconds to go on this candle though. And, excuse me, just went away again. Again, retry. Again. I have the chart ready. I have it ready. That's okay, John. It's hit that signal line, the ATR line, 3 times, and all 3 times it's reversed. And oddly, if I just enter when it first hit it, I'll be up 15 points. There we go. Now it's below 500. And back above. Got my finger on the trigger. Some traders wonder why. Trading NQ, it's do or die. Okay, we're in on NQ. Looks like it's bursting down. There we go. Closed it. I think I got $200 there. Oops. Yep. And it looks like I'm going to close it right time. It's pulling all the way back on that candle. Let me look at the stats real quick. Right, the stat window, there we go. So got in at 14,487 out of 14,478 and a half. So 8.5 points, I believe. You know, my math has really started. My math in my head has really started to suck. 14,487 minus 14,478.5. Yeah, 8.5 points. So $170 on that win. And look at that. Wow. So yep, I got out at the right time there. Big move back up. So for once, that was a well-managed trade. And we're only red by $65 today and commissions. And Q now giving us a long signal. Don't really want that one though, honestly, until it gets back above that 51 area. Although, it's got room to go, but it just rejected down. So digging out of the hole I made last night, 3 for 3 on trades this morning. Looks like another move down here. Don't know if I want to go to the well twice. It's just about at that same level I entered before. Gold popping back up here a bit by about 4 points. That's a big pop. Now it's kind of hanging on that SMA line, like clothing on a wash line. And curling back uppish. Don't know if uppish is a word, but if it's not, I shall trademark it. Long signal there on NQ again. Now, I kind of like the setup, and yet it's not convincing. And there we go. There's the pullback on it. Let's see if it comes back up. See if it bounces on the SMA. Gold with a long signal too. Gold's like doing the same thing there. Pull back by 10 points on this candle. That trigger candle hit a high of 530. Crude, short signal. Yeah, stay away from it. I gotta do some studying on crude this weekend too. Green there, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Indecisive NQ. Oh, back down below the SMA for now. Gold above and trying to send the long signal. So it's just hanging here. I mean, it's not really, it's rangy in a very tight, I mean, not a very big range. It's really like a 60-point range. Coming down now into these uptrending bands. Yeah, every time I don't take crude signal, it goes. Look at that. Down 70 ticks. For some reason, crude oil likes to make me feel bad about myself. And I don't know why. I don't know what I ever did to him. I guess maybe he's upset because I like clean energy. I guess I can understand that. UltraBond. And we're back down to Getting ready to send a short signal again on NQ. UltraBond is kind of sideways-ish. Copper sending a short. So the low of this move is 14,472. We're just hit 14,479. 72 breaks that range. Bop back up again. Pushing down again, maybe. Oh, back up. Big 20-point candle up. The 5-minute chart. Oof. Oof. That 5-minute chart's ugly, but it would have given us some clues. Notice this time it broke the third band, possibly the fourth band, and each time it went back up when it did. So playing those band breaks would have been excellent. 1 hour chart. Oops, I hit daily. And I hit the daily on the S&P. Good job. 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart looks very uneventful. 30-minute chart. We hit the band on the 30 minutes there as well. So that'd been a good indication of this move upwards. Same thing on the 15s. That's just an ugly looking chart though. It's barcoding in big candles. Big candle barcodes. Sounds like a business. Hello, and thank you for calling Big Channel Barcodes. Big Candle Barcodes. I can't even get it right. Okay, so now we're back up. High was 551 to 533, but right up against the Bollingers. High of the day is about 571. 5-minute chart is sending us a long signal as well here. I don't know. back down a little bit. I'd like to find one more good trade. We're a little after 10, and probably stream here for another 30 to 60 minutes. Yep, I like that setup. We're in on NQ. Jumpy. Jumped up, came back down. My stop moved to break even. And it's going to nail me at break even. Yep, stopped that break even. Took a $5 loss. Slippage. Probably shouldn't have moved the stop. We'll see. It was a good thought. I should have just quickly hit the cash out. Oh, projection down. UltraBond. Trying to pop up. Great job, Matt. What we're watching here. Kind of waiting here to see which way it wants to go. It's still, I mean, it's still basically in that same range. It got a little above this high back here by like 5 points, but it's just in this weird range right now. Big range, but range nonetheless. Coming down to the SMA line, will it bounce or will it break? It's been breaking. You can see it broke, 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 broke. Oh my god, I sound like some weird frog. Broke. Bounced. Great job, Steven. Glad to hear it. Still nothing from Helios. Big rejection down now. 25-point candle here, down. NQ's doing this sine wave thing is unusual. It's trying to send a short signal here. I don't know if I want to trust that at all. Not at all. It did bounce a little bit there. So if it continues to head down after that green candle. Steven, remind me which challenge that was. Yep. Another short signal there on NQ. Again, the low here is 472 or 497. Bouncing back up to the SMA. Everything's kind of, well, copper's heading down. UltraBond did set a long signal, but it was in the band, so I didn't take it. And I haven't really taken an UltraBond trade in a while, honestly. ES trying to pop back up. Interesting that the Russell did send a short signal. It would have been a good one. Russell's kind of going opposite of the other indices right now. Crude oil continuing to head down. Since that short signal, it's going down almost a full point. There's NQ again. And there it goes back up again. Now we're in this other weird type of I'm cursed. This Gauntlet Mini is cursed, I swear. I'm down like $1,000 on it and just trying to fight my way back. I was doing really well on it for a couple weeks and everything's just gone wrong on it again. You know, I passed the TCP in a little over a month and I've been working on this gauntlet now for months and months. It's okay. I mean, I have one funded account once they get me the credentials. So, I mean, I have time to work on this one and try and get it back to where it needs to be. There's another short signal. $18-point candle here. Uh, we're in on this trade. It's going to immediately turn against me. Ouch. Maybe not. It depends on your trading style. I mean, I think the TCP is better, but you start off with a 25K account, which has a very small loss limit, 550 a day. So if you're one of those people that need a bigger cushion, then it can be a problem. But eventually you can progress up to a 200K account on the TCP. Pushing down, see if we get it. There we go. That's a nice flush down. There we go. Finally. Look at that run. Beautiful. Look at this go. Look at this go. Boom. Now that's what I call a trade. We're now up $530 on the day. We were down as much as 330. Let's look at the stats on that trade. Entered in at 14,488, out at exactly 30 points. So a $600 trade lasted all of 1 minute and 40 seconds. So $600 in 1 minute and 40 seconds. That deserves a big cha-ching. There we go. So it finally broke down, broke the range. Finally gave a good signal. And we got it. that time that trailing stop really worked because I went for 20 points and got 30 out of it. So definitely some good stuff there. It owed me. Makes me feel much better about the day. Excellent, John. Oh yeah, it did go to settlement, didn't it? You called that one, Matt. It's a good decision, Steven. And we did bounce back up here, a 20-point candle back up. And for once, it was a fast trade. Lately, my winners on NQ have been like this slow, grindy thing. They say sometimes all you need is one good trade, or look for one good trade, whatever. That was one good trade. And I'm actually 4 for 4 now in the morning. Well, I guess not. That one technically stopped me out. It would have been a break-even stop out, but it was a tick of slippage. So technically, it was a loss. Let's see if we get anything else here in the next 30 minutes or so. Try not to give much back. If we find something, we'll obviously take it, but with caution. UltraBond trying to get attention. Pulling back. That last signal on the UltraBond would have been excellent as well. Zor, I stream twice a day. Usually 7:30. I'm sorry, 7:30 to 11-ish in the morning, and then in the evening, 7:45 till 10:30-ish. Sometimes 11, depending if there's anything exciting happening, or I might cut it early if it's really boring. Those are the times I'm streaming. I may or may not take a trade when I'm not streaming. Depends on how focused I am on work and if there's stuff happening. Oh, good job, Matt. Shorts are good, especially in the summertime. Y'all gonna get tired of my stupid jokes eventually. You're up in like multiple accounts. You've been taking a TCP trade today, have you? We hit 1960 earlier on gold, so it's still heading up. See on the daily chart, we're now back to the levels of March 14th. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, John. Great job. Seems like you finally found your way. I know you were struggling there for a bit. Glad to see that you're having positive momentum now. Positive momentum feels very good. Again, I do want to thank everyone for joining me this morning. If you're here from YouTube, I would really appreciate that like button being smashed. Well, or at least just hit it. If you smash it, I don't want to have to pay for it. But yeah, YouTube algorithm likes it. Oh, Matt. There's a reason I'm saying I'm cursed on the gauntlet. I went backwards like huge. I was up at one point 2200 and I gave it I gave it all back and I went negative by about 1,000. I'm now negative about 650. But I got time to play with it because I got live sim time and I want to do live sim once I pass this, so I can't do two live sims at once. So I have some time. I'm not getting all too worried about it. A couple more good trades like that last one, I'll be golden. That's okay. It's no biggie. I got the same day you blew your apex. I kind of like pretty much destroyed my gauntlet. So Nasdaq's continuing to head down. Oh, well, as I say that, it pops back up. Gold now, ooh, wow. Big move up there again on gold. So gold's just running here. Ooh, gold's kind of into its band on the 1 minute, I mean, I'm sorry, on the 1 hour chart. That's interesting. Daily chart, nowhere near a band. 30 minutes. So here's an interesting, view of the 30 minute. Let's see something here. Eh. Came very close to hitting that fourth band on the 30-minute chart back here. And look at that rejection down, 10 points down, and then started climbing back up. That fourth band is magical, I swear it. Absolutely swear it's magical. $15-minute chart. 5-minute chart. Oh, we're getting signals. We're getting signals here. Firing. Sorry. Long signal there on NQ. Yeah, I'm not jumping at that. That's going to reverse on the next candle. 40 points up though, so I'm not sure if something just popped. Reversal there by 6 points so far. Ouch. Sorry to hear that, Matt. Oh, all of a sudden everybody's losing money. Were those earn to trade live sims, Steven? Do you feel like there's something different that you change your strategy, or is there anything that you think is causing that? So did get that long signal here on NQ, and it's actually gone up 13 points. I'm still expecting a pullback here, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, that doesn't sound positive, Matt. I find that losing money is definitely a bad thing. I've done critical analysis on that. So NQ just okay, defied me here. I totally thought we were gonna bounce, and it just pulled back there a little bit, but it's gone. There's a down move. Sorry to hear that, Matt. Were you going short on this long, thinking it was going to bounce as well? It's gone 20 points since that signal. Yeah, I thought for sure we were going to bounce there. That's why I didn't take that long. And again, I mean, it ended up going up 21 points, which would have been a nice, another $400 in profit. But that's okay. Still looks like it wants to head up, and I admit that I'm kind of wanting to take a long here, but I'm not going to. It is in this consolidation range here. We're consolidated back here. I'll pull back to the, well, not quite to the SMA line. SMA line is starting to curl up. Gold's just continuing to say hello as it comes up. UltraBond's also heading up. For the move down there. Excellent. Still nothing from Helios. Starting to think I won't be able to start taking trades until next week on TCP. 20-point candle back up here on NQ. Slow and steady will get you there. Nasdaq's trying to creep up. Back up to where it hit earlier. 516. It's hit 520. Pull back. Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna break up, but I'm not gonna jump in there. I got 5:30 on the day, so I'm only gonna take if I take any more trades in the next 10 or 15 minutes. It's only gonna be on an absolute uh, better setup, a signal or something. Although it looks like I might have been right on this one. Yep, I was. I should agree. So it's yep. When I was saying that, it was at like 5:15. It just burst up to 5:34. Big move up there. So I was thinking it when it got back above that 516 area that it wanted to run, and I was right. 20-point candle. Gold pulling back. S&P did a nice little curl there as well. Interesting that Russell's just now sending Russell's in a short signal here. Now it's sending a long signal. It's kind of interesting. Gold is sending a short signal, but I don't like it there. I don't like it one bit. So let's just watch. See if we get anything else in the next few minutes. Market's slowing down a bit. Remember, back tonight on Share Vision, 7:45 Eastern Time for a couple hours. And then back here tomorrow morning on YouTube and Twitch, 7:30 Eastern. And 1 week from tomorrow, you're invited to join me all night long. Ox After Dark. 2 a.m. Eastern to 10:30 a.m. Eastern, at least. If somehow I would hit like a profit target on both accounts, like, hit my max win or loss, hopefully win, in the gauntlet, and also on the funded TCP, then we'll switch over to Sim, but we'll see. I'm not sure how many trades I'll take in 9.5 hours. I've only ever really traded the London session once. So we shall see how that goes. Oh, I know that. I figured that. I figured most people won't, but might get a couple new people from that do Europe. I figured you'd come in the morning when you normally do. Be here for the 10-10 Heart Thumper trade for the non-farm payrolls. And if you're really, really, really bored that weekend, you can always watch the replay of the stream. Gold did send a short signal there. I said I didn't like it. I should have liked it. The next candle did go down 8 ticks and then another couple of ticks. Oh. I hope everything's okay, Matt. I'm not sure I'll ever schedule anything medical, though, on April 1st. Ah, yes. UltraBond, short signal, not taking that. NASDAQ, trying to head back up. And copper sending a long signal, but I've been kind of ignoring copper. Crude heading back up to 114. I've been an excellent long signal. So the signal's copper. Oh yeah, why do I keep saying copper? The last 3 out of 4 signals on crude would have been good. Last 4 out of 5 signals on crude would have been good. Well, get that choking thought out of your mind. You got this. Just keep trading the way you have been. NQ looks like it wants to keep coming up. 46 has been the high here, but we're at 56 was a high here, and 51 was a high here, so we've got a couple of resistance areas on this way up, and it is starting to just kind of level out a little bit. One last call. If you people from YouTube would mind hitting that thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. But no pressure. Not like I can force you. Not like I can send bad thoughts your way. The next trades you take will go bad, terribly wrong. Not sure we're going to get anything else here in the next couple minutes. But we'll go right up to 11 o'clock. Signal on gold. Popping back up. This looks like a setup of a down, up, and gonna come back down. We'll see. We shall see if the ox is right. Thank you, Zor. I appreciate that. Oh, Nasdaq broke down underneath that SMA. So yeah, that's what I think we're gonna call it for the day. Sitting at $530 profit, and I'm happy with that. Hopefully, I'll keep my hands off of it and not give anything back later today. I do want to thank everyone for joining me. Remember, back on Share Vision tonight, 7:45 Eastern, and back here on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow morning at 7:30 Eastern. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, Steven. Have a great one.